So I suppose we're smoking on that Misfits 007 pack today. I, of course, am your host, the combat consultant, the soundboard god, and KSI in the main event absolutely flatlined Joe Fournier. A lot of people thought that would be the case, myself included. Felt very vindicated after the fight card in general, just because Salt Papi also kind of got exposed. Not that I wanted Salt Papi to lose, but I got torn up for my video talking about his strengths and his weaknesses, and to see them come out in full effect, and for me to be as vindicated as I was a good feeling. Nevertheless, though, we do have to talk about that fight-ending sequence with KSI dropping what seems to be an elbow on a hook attempt, and that being the knockout shot that ended up getting Joe Fournier out of there. Very interesting sequence of events. I've watched the clip back a number of times, and from every single conceivable angle, it does look like KSI did accidentally, inadvertently, I don't want to say it was on purpose, but it does look like KSI inadvertently elbowed Joe Fournier at full force, and Joe was out cold and had to be helped up to sit in his stool. Here's my live stream reaction. Oh, Fournier's hurt. Fournier's hurt and he's out. That's insane. Here's that knockdown again. Someone said it's an elbow that landed. That's an elbow. Anyone that takes a look at that for more than 5 seconds would understand that that's an elbow. Now, I did remark on stream that I felt that this was worse for KSI than a loss to Joe. Seems like now he's going to set up the Tommy Fury fight, and that's all fine and dandy. I think that's a step in the right direction for him. But all that people are talking about, and they're calling it Elbowgate, is of course that gigantic shot that KSI landed that ended up ending the fight. I think Joe Fournier should be furious. I think a lot of people should be furious with the presenter that said Joe Fournier fans felt as though you landed an elbow to get the knockout shot. I feel like everyone feels like that, dog. And then you combine this with everything that's been happening in the world of KSI so far, and you start to get this picture that, man, things are not looking good for KSI. And now to have his fight be marred with so much controversy, where I thought he needed an absolute dominant performance to justify the continuation of his career path towards Jake, this is such a big knock against him. And it's a knock that so many opponents, and I'm sure Jake amongst everyone else, will use to throw in KSI's face. I didn't get to catch the full fight just because the stream that I was, by the way, totally legally using was cutting in and out. But from what I saw, it looked like Joe didn't deserve to be in there with KSI. And when you have a guy that's supposedly a 9-0 boxer whose record is a sham, who goes in there, looks slow, and the way you get him out of there, albeit he did land a nice overhand, but the way that you get him out of there is by elbow. It's almost worse that he missed the hook and knocked him out by elbow. If the elbow was intentional, we might be having a slightly different conversation, albeit about how evil KSI is, but it's almost a new line of embarrassment to accidentally knock someone out with an elbow in boxing. I think this win needs to be looked at. I think it potentially needs to be overturned, and I think these two guys need to run it back before we even see anything close to a Tommy Fury fight for KSI. And that is going to put him back millennium in his quest to get to Jake. The rest of the card was fantastic. Salt Papi got pushed. He'll be back better than ever. I thought he fought well. It just wasn't his night. Anthony Taylor was a little bit too fast with him. Really gave him a lot of different looks and kind of clogged him up nicely with the clinches. I thought Deji looked phenomenal. I thought this performance definitely earns him a main event spot somewhere down the road. It's just a question of which event and what fighter they want to throw him in there with. And I will remark that while the KSI fight was not the satisfactory end to the card I think a lot of people were looking for, this still had me more entertained, more interested than the last Kingpin card. Proving once again that when it comes to building up personalities, putting on professional looking contests, Misfits and DAZN are always going to be top 1%. Man, let me know what you guys thought about the fights. I think this is going to be a very turbulent part of KSI's career moving forward. How does he recover from this? Let me know where you guys think he goes next. All that and more. I'll see you guys in the next one, but do let me know down in the comment section below. It's been your boy here, the combat consultant, of course, the soundboard god, Jacob Cooperman. I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces.